I believe we're on.
Hey guys,
Welcome back. Another podcast, episode 4.
I reckon it's 4.
4. Let's go with 4.
Just us two again.
But we've got some exciting developments. Huge, big money moves being made by the team. Do you want to go straight away?
I'll go, yeah, straight away. So, myself, Ben, and Andrea open a CrossFit gym
Hell yeah.
in
Let's fucking go.
in Pursley Farm. It's perfect, to be honest.
Mate,
It's,
I'm so excited for you, honestly.
we looked at this in 2024 April, so just over a year ago, and then there's obviously been like plan application hurdles, like changes of use, and that's probably the only thing that's actually held us back, like the big time. But that's obviously been literally a whole year of that nonsense.
And you've kept it really quiet.
Yeah,
I feel a bit betrayed, not gonna lie.
Well, if it didn't come, if this last one got accepted probably 3-4 weeks ago, and that was the final decided one,
Right.
and if that got declined, then
You would have looked a right mug.
yeah, I know.
But no, that's so exciting. Honestly, it's CrossFit Shenley.
We're going to call it CrossFit Shenley, yeah.
Amazing.
The affiliate application's in.
Perfect.
And I mean, I would guess that there's no other place called Shenley, but we could be wrong. So if we have to change the name really quickly, then fuck.
And as much as it makes my blood boil that Callum is opening a CrossFit gym, not a weightlifting gym, no, that's outweighed by the excitement, mate. I'm so gassed for you.
But I am gonna make a barbell club,
Nice.
like actually like affiliate to BWL.
Oh, nice.
Thing. Yeah,
Awesome.
yeah.
Are you gonna have platforms in the gym or just rubber floor?
It's only rubber floor at the moment,
Fine.
but like it's only because it depends on space. Like
Yeah.
it's 2,000 square foot, and then we put an office in, so it's like 1,600 maybe, and then there's obviously the rigs, the ergs, and some other like bits and bobs.
Awesome.
But yeah, I'd love to get a platform in there because the aesthetics of the wooden is like
Very, very
unparalleled,
cool.
isn't it?
What sort of aesthetic are you going for? Because it's in a kind of farm warehouse unit type feel, isn't it?
I'm kind of leaving Andrea down to the
Okay.
little
Yeah.
finer details, but it's obviously it's concrete up to like 3 meters, and then there's like a corrugated steel further up, so it's really high ceiling. And then we're going to put like wooden, sort of like loads of wooden beams on it,
Nice.
to give it that sort of like, I don't know, rural rustic look.
It's already pretty rural rustic. I like it. I like where your head's at.
Yeah.
We'll do an MTV Cribs style intro to the whole build process. I know you're filming some bits already, aren't you?
Yeah, we've got little bits, like the office has started going up, and they actually just put up an outdoor paddle court outside it.
Nice.
The unit next door is a paddle court. So yeah, I think it's slowly going to become the mecca.
Awesome. It's going to be the official home of the Gains Club. We'll have to have some big events and stuff there, big opening party, get everyone down.
Yeah. We've not released the open day yet. Just waiting for confirmation on when the kit can be installed, and then we're going to go hard for the open day, and then like some founding members discount signs up,
Awesome.
sign ups and all that sort of stuff.
Awesome. Talk kit to me. What are you installing?
So it's all going to be all Wolverson. So we've probably
Nice.
got 40k worth of kit coming in. There's a 6 bay rig, and then that's like 6 people can do pull-ups, and then there's 12 squat racks on there, and like obviously the end bits. Then we've got I think we're close to 20 barbells. Like I can't really remember the exact tonnage of the weight, but we've got 3 of those storage things where it's like plates, kettlebells, wall stuff like that. We've got 3 of those along. We've got all like the barbell holders, like the upright ones. Loads. Like, to be honest, the gym flooring is probably the most expensive because you have to get so many tiles. The installation's a little bit, and everyone's like, oh yeah, I'll come and help with the installation, we'll do this, blah blah blah. But I'd rather just a professional does it, and then if anything goes wrong, it's on them. And like they've got to fix it from the beginning.
If it's your mates, you can't really call them back for a snagging list or sue them, can you?
Exactly, yeah. But the electrics got done. There's a mezzanine in there as well, so we just got to decide like if we're gonna have like a kiosk at the front, and then like a coffee bit up at on the mezzanine, and like it will evolve and get better. But the plans there, like in maybe like a year, 2 years, are pretty cool. Like they almost want to make it like Pursley Farm, like sports complex.
Awesome.
Like they want like a health suite with like infrared sauna, cold plunge, that sort of thing. They've got a couple yurts in there that are going to Airbnb. Awesome. They're going to get like a new entrance to it, like loads. And if we are fairy tailing, they're a grain
always
farm.
Always fairy tale. Yeah, why not?
They have like, it literally is about 10,000 square foot unit, and we were like, in 5 years time we want to get that, because bro, it's like, it would be like being in America. And in my head I've got like 10 GHDs lined up, 10 of this lined up.
Alright, Dave Castro, calm down with the ranch, mate.
Literally, that would literally be like a ranch.
That would be epic. That would be absolutely epic.
5 years, I don't know, maybe 10 years probably realistic for that sort of stuff, but
nah, mate, honestly, I am so excited. It's going to be such a good environment, and having you, Dre, and Ben run it as well, you just know it's going to be good. Good people succeeding, doing great things, very exciting. And I think everyone's going to come running. It's going to be absolute class. And then obviously I'll be there slinging tin, so why wouldn't you come? I don't know if you want to like ever be a coach or anything, but we all want to do the barbell club together. Mate, I was going to say this to you. I'm planning on doing my BWL this year because I do want to take up more coaching. The plan, obviously, I love my job, love what I do. It's afforded me like to buy my house and all sort of shit. It's amazing, but it's not where I see myself long term. I just absolutely pure love weightlifting. I've gone full retard. There's no secrets about that. So if I can make that my life, that's what I'm trying to angle towards in the next couple of years. So if the opportunity was there, I would absolutely love to do a bit of coaching with you.
100%. It's and it's definitely like following your dreams is going to be more fulfilled than staying in your work here.
Oh, exactly. Yeah.
You might have the work still be different, but when you enjoy it, I tell you now, mate, it's so good.
Oh,
it's
honestly,
so good.
And that's actually been such a cool thing. Obviously, I know the YouTube and the socials is a very small part of it, but being more involved with you in the Gains Club and seeing how like the inner workings of what you do, it's so cool. I just love seeing how happy like you and Dre and Ben and like the whole crew and how like, actually gassed you are for everything you do.
I have. That's a good vision. Then if we get maybe like we get you in as part of the barbell club, that's cool, man.
Yeah, I'd love that.
Cool. I definitely see something like that working well.
That'd be really cool.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, mate, exciting. Heard it here first. Now I've got to actually put the BWL course.
Because you can do level 1 and level 2 together, right?
Yeah.
It's a good course over a weekend. It's not crazy on the theory, which is good because obviously I think part of being a good coach is like the practical side of things. Obviously, that's like, from
what I gather, like the level 1 is more just safety and just knowing how to drill like safe practice and safe technique and stuff. And then the level 2 is more like technique heavy, but then obviously being a lifter yourself, it makes it a bit easier, doesn't it?
Yeah. Like you live and breathe it already, so it's like
it should be alright.
Yeah.
I just keep spewing the same cues that I get and hope that sometimes it pays off. Like
randomly shout up.
Yeah, exactly. Up. That's what we need. Up. Saying that, I'm having exposure to some pretty good coaches. Obviously, first off yourself, and then people like Barney and Benedict and Christian. I've learned loads already, and it's crazy how much you sort of pick up along the way.
It's a good job that you were there in the beginning because I'm probably the best at coaching monks.
And I was a proper mong. Absolute slab of meat. Mass moves mass was my motto. Still is, to be fair.
Like, look, this guy's massive. How can't he snatch 100 kilo yet?
Mate, my first 100 kilo snatch was epic, to be fair. In a car park in COVID lockdown. I got a good video of it actually. Like, do you remember Richie?
I remember Richie.
Yeah, Richie. Me and him, we'd like every day for like 3 hours a day because he was living with me at the time. We just took my Land Rover down to like various train stations, car parks, which is train station parks are empty during COVID. We like framed up with really aesthetic shots. Like it's just me with like the Land Rover in the background. Like very very cool. That was the first TikTok I ever posted.
Really?
Yeah, and then I swiftly gave up on TikTok because brain rot.
It's hard, isn't it? Right?
It's hard.
Like, because we make clips and all of this, and then just trying to remember, right, post a YouTube short, post a TikTok, post an Instagram, and then doing like my own personal one, and then like it's loads. It's like literally 85% of the game though.
It really is. Like, it really is. I need to all of the Instagram reels and stuff that I make from obviously my Instagram, I save them, so I need to post I'll do a dump at some point for next weekend. I'll just put like 30 videos all on on YouTube Shorts.
All on the same day.
Same day.
They're all going to get 10 views.
Exactly. It's fine.
Because the talking ones don't actually like have not got that much traction. They're always like in a couple 200s. It's the lifting ones that like people do better. And you know what it's like.
Yeah.
The attention span of people. The shorter it is, the better it does. Almost like less than 6 seconds. Like people watch.
People are dumb. The people want to see big men in tight leggings lift big weights. I can't say I blame them.
So tell us more about your job that has led you to this life. Like, how have you got to this point?
To this point?
Yeah.
Okay, so my job. Yeah, I don't talk about it a lot, do I? People probably don't necessarily know what I do.
We want to know who you are.
Who I am. I'm very enigmatic. I'm very mysterious. No, I'm an engineer. I work for an aerospace firm. We make ejection seats for fighter jets. It's very, very niche, and it sounds very, very cool. Whereas what I actually do is slightly less niche and less cool. I manage a team of engineers who go around fixing all the machines and factory and stuff. Which
It does sound cool, yeah.
Yeah, it's right. I can make it sound cooler than it is, or I can make it sound very, very mundane. So I'll try and big up a little bit and make it sound cool. But yeah, you know, you see Top Gun?
I've seen Top Gun.
Yeah, you know when Goose jets out and he dies.
Yeah.
That was us.
So did you come into it as a team manager, or have you like progressed through the ranks essentially?
No, so quite tumultuous. So
what does that even mean? What does tumultuous even mean? What are you saying to me?
Long words.
Oh my god.
I'm smart. I'm
you
smart.
definitely don't know what it is either.
Tumultuous. Like up and down, lots of kind of curveballs and stuff being thrown. It wasn't a straight easy path. Finished uni, I thought I was going to be absolutely swimming in jobs. I thought it'd be really easy. Got a master's in engineering from Loughborough, like good uni as well. And I was like, sweet, easy. I'll go do a bit of a gap year, come back. I'll find some work. Golden. Wasn't like that at all. Was nearly impossible. I did automotive engineering, so the dream was to go and work in F1. And I'm really glad that I never worked in F1 because all my friends who did have told me it's absolute hell.
Really?
Yeah.
What, hell in terms of like there's a lot of work.
Because it's so competitive to get into.
Yeah.
Any team you work for in motorsport, just by virtue of you getting there, it's just like, oh well, you obviously fucking love it, so we're just going to give you all the work you could ever handle and pay you not that much to do it, and you're here because you love it. Whereas actually, obviously, it's work and you support yourself and stuff. But yeah, so everyone who goes to work in F1 gets buried in under the workload.
Because I bet like just the drivers get paid loads in it. Like,
yeah.
And maybe I don't
like
know,
if you're very high up in the teams, if you're like a lead designer or like a principal engineer or something, like it's a good salary. But there are so many thousands of engineers and stuff that need to be involved. Like the tiniest component, like a little fin on one of the wings, will go through like CFD for months, and it will be engineered within like an inch of its life.
Yeah.
And there'll be like one like team of people working on every single component that's literally that big on a whole F1 car that's worth £1 billion. So yeah, there's thousands of engineers all getting paid effectively minimum wage to sell their soul because they work in F1. So I'm glad that's not me.
Yeah. Went a different path.
Went a different path. Not by choice, because I couldn't get into F1 and I needed a job. So I ended up working. Well, I was pulling pints in a pub for about a year, bitching and moaning about how I was the most overqualified barman in the world, which is obviously a lie as well, because there are so many people with crazy degrees who end up working in pubs and coffee shops and stuff. It's too bad. It's much more enjoyable. Can't say I blame them. And then was bitching and moaning one day to a friend of mine who used to work at the pub, who came in for a drink, and her dad owned a construction firm who was hiring graduates for like a project management type thing. So I worked there for a year. Got on Grand Designs. That's my little.
No way.
Yeah.
Well, like you designed something, or you worked on something.
So I managed a project. We did like big architectural glazing. It's like big windows basically. Again,
Nice.
Making it sound more fancy than it is. I worked on some big projects, to be fair. It was quite cool. Looking back, it was cool, but at the time, it was hell. But yeah, so one of my installs was on Grand Designs. It was quite a big project. Actually, local, was in Rickmansworth. Really interesting family. It was an absolute shambles. It was the classic, like they didn't get a project manager, they did it all themselves. It was like £100 million over budget. It was great. So
Did it look good in the end?
Yeah, it did. It did look good. So I was on TV for all of like 5 minutes. That was great. Got a little interview. Very, very cool.
Yeah,
very
did
cool.
you? I would have fucking saved that and been showing people all the time.
Oh no, because that's back when I said back when I still am, but I was like Captain Autism.
Really?
And I hated looking at myself because I was just so awkward on camera.
Now we're a little bit less autism.
We're getting there slowly, getting more used to speaking to the camera over time. But yeah, so that was a pretty eventful year or two of my life. Got to a point where I was on the verge of mental breakdown, and then was speaking to one of my friends from uni. I'm still annoyed at you actually for this, Will. But I lived with the guy for 3 years. Neglected to tell me that his dad worked at this aerospace firm that I now work at, and is effectively best friends with he's now the VP of operations, so pretty much runs the company.
Okay, yeah.
So I was chatting to Will. I was like, "Oh yeah, like I'll chat to my dad. I'll get you an interview." I was like, sweet. And so I've been there now for 3-4 years. Went in as a graduate engineer. Worked with a few like the production areas in the factory. So like when parts got designed, they'd be given to me and my team, and we'd basically spec all the processes and how we'd actually manufacture it, how we'd make it. So it's like quite a complex like bit of metal, like a manifold or something, would come to us and we'd go, you got to machine it on XYZ machines doing all these processes sort of thing, like program it all and then let it go and then it'll go to the factory. And then if stuff got made wrong, it would come to us, we'd diagnose like what was wrong with it, if we could fix it, if we could remedy it, or we had to scrap it and start again, or yeah, so that was quite cool. That felt like engineering. That was actually pretty enjoyable. And then bit of a company restructure. My boss's boss basically just took over all the operations. So my boss took over like 4 other departments. I basically said, look, I've got this role for you. If you want it, managing your own team, just like train up and learn how to do it. And basically couldn't say no to an extra 15 grand a year. So
yeah, man, I'll do it.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll do it.
Getting paid absolute peanuts on a graduate scheme or having like an actual salary. So yeah, took that. Have been doing loads of training, learning how to manage people who are significantly older and more experienced than me, which is fun. Bit of an uphill battle, but yeah, fake it till you make it, and I feel like I kind of made it now. It's pretty decent.
Although you act dumb, you're actually pretty smart.
I wouldn't say act dumb. Mysterious.
You lift heavy circles up and down, mate.
I do.
There's nothing smart about that.
I need the release, you know. I was making this joke at work the other day. Actually, it was there was like some shit news on like an install or something, and I was just saying like, this is why I train so much. I just vent all my frustrations lifting the weights. all the stress just washes away when I walk in the gym. It's fine.
Yeah, to be fair, I remember you telling me when you leave work, you like to drive straight to the gym, obviously White Monster in hand, and then that's your like mental switch, and then you're like, everything just gets fucking forgotten about, and now you're weightlifter Brooksy.
Exactly that. It's almost like two different people. It kind of is, because I'm a chronic overthinker. So if I don't have that like clean break, I stew on like what's happening at work, what I've got to do tomorrow, sort of stuff.
How long did that take you to like figure out, or have you just always done it?
I think I figured that out in my construction days, in that year or two where I was a project manager for the grand designs thing.
Yeah.
Because that was the first time I'd ever experienced actual stress. I think when you're at school or you're at uni or whatever it is, you think you're stressed, and you'll get this now because you're a business owner and obviously like it's your livelihood and stuff. When shit hits the fan, like when your van packed in and you had to pay all that money to get your gearbox sorted.
Yeah.
I imagine that was actual stress.
Yeah.
Like when you first experience that actual stress, you're like, holy fuck, okay, like I'm actually like a bit fucked here. And that was kind of coincided with the time where I started CrossFit. I started training, actually like meeting people across in Watford, and had that sort of like social side of it as well, and just fell in love with the sports side, which because I played rugby previously, quit or retired, whatever you want to call it, a year after I finished uni because I had various injuries and it just wasn't worth keep going back and then going to work with a black eye or like a broken knee or something every Monday morning. But yeah, so it was, I kind of learned through that when I first experienced actual stress how much of like a godsend having like a physical activity that you enjoy doing is, and it lets you switch off and it just gets a lot easier.
Yeah, I think it's a really good release, and I think that's why like the classes are good in gyms.
So good.
Because they come in for an hour, don't have to think about anything.
Yeah.
You almost get told what to do. You just do it, and then you fuck off, and then it does help, like with stress loads in it. Like
it is. It's exactly that. I think you don't get the same thing at all when you're just going to like a commercial gym. And you've got to go in and you open up your program, or you have to think for yourself what you're going to do that day, or push pull legs, whatever it is. It's monotony. But like you go to a box, you go to like a weightlifting club, whatever it is. You've got a coach there who's with you, like, right, today we're doing this, and you just switch off and you just mong out and you just move for an hour. And it's such a godsend. So good.
Yeah, man, 4x10 doesn't really do it.
No. Yeah. Oh, look at my bicep pump. It's great.
Yeah.
It really is. It's different. Obviously, everyone watching this is going to be CrossFit or weightlifting enthused already.
So, yeah.
There's going to be very, very few NPCs who decide to click on the Gains Club episode 4 podcast, just out of the blue.
Be one for the archives.
But if you are not a regular gym goer, I can't recommend highly enough the stress relief benefits of finding some form of physical activity that you actually enjoy doing. So there's a little PSA for any of you normies who might be thinking about it.
Normies. Oh my god. Well, if you ain't sold them on the stress, you've sold them on the name.
Exactly.
If you don't want to be a normie, come to the gym that has classes.
We go gym.
Oh my god. Oh.
So yeah, that felt quite alien. I don't often do talking about me, and that was strange.
Thanks for sharing.
Appreciate you.
It was good because it's our journey, you know.
It is.
It's led you to here.
It is. Yeah. Very grateful for every step I've taken so far, but also have been reflecting recently on what the next steps are. Definitely keen to follow and get more involved with the CJC Gains business, company, enterprise.
That'll be good, yeah.
Yeah, the new gym is such an epic milestone. I'm so excited for you guys. Huge things coming. Really, really excited. Big things coming is such a cliche. Everyone always says it, but genuinely, I think in this regard.
Yeah. Because because obviously we've seen it coming for a long time, say a year. Like I promise you, every Thursday, once a week. Every Thursday is once a week anyway.
Yeah.
But anyway, we've met every Thursday and we've spoke about our vision, our goals of it. So we are so ready. Yeah. It's ridiculous. Like, and just like planning the next sort of 3 months in advance is cool. Like getting different events in. Like we're gonna do an off the grid training day there to give back to my boy Shane. We're gonna do a CJC day there. We're gonna do, I think, Andrea has asked Taylor how to come do like a women's day there.
Amazing, so cool.
And like just building these new connections and actually like steering the ship, rather than like just being in someone else's ship, which is great. Like Dan at Casaby's been mega to me the last few years. Like he's supported me always. He's helped me build me up. And there's no like.
Dan is one of the real ones who've had. Dan's really good. And like you were saying, Shane as well. Shane's been with you since day dot. He's an absolute champion.
Yeah, and
so many. It's nice. Something that I love from like the way you conduct yourself and the way you conduct your business. Everything that you do is to give back to the people who have helped you. There's no like ego about it. It's very much a case of. I love that your first thought when like, oh, I'm opening a gym. I can't wait to get Shane involved, get Dan involved. Like it's really, really cool that that's like where you go with it.
Yeah, I think it's like. A long time ago I figured out that like the more people you can help and the more people you can like involve and support, like everyone can grow together.
Yeah.
Like and the people that make it like us and them, I just in my mind like so narrow minded.
Yeah.
Like imagine if I was like, well, I'm going to make the weightlifting club at CrossFit Shenley, but I'm going to run it. I don't want to involve anyone else.
Yeah.
Then you wouldn't have an opportunity to come there. And like, as once someone gave me an opportunity to follow my dreams, it would be sick if I did that. If you started doing the weightlifting coach's gym, bro, that would make me so happy.
Yeah, honestly.
We'd get some platforms in there eventually, and like whatever, we'd figure it out, and it would be cool. Because I would love it if there was like a big Friday there, or once a month, or some sort of like, let's get everyone together and we just like lift weights.
Yeah.
Like no like politics or bullshit. We just come throw down.
give back to kind of the community that we're trying to build, isn't it? It's all the people who are involved in the Gains Club that just have been hand selected because they're good people. Like, you haven't got to be the biggest lifter in the world to get involved, but if you're a good person who actually brings like good vibes and good energy,
100%.
then you're in. Give back to the people who have helped you along the way, as you were saying, and it's just really exciting. And I think that's when you have that mindset, that's when businesses grow, because you're really if you focus on what the next step is and how to get bigger, it gets so much harder to take each step. Whereas if you just follow what you love and follow what feels right, it gets bigger by itself.
And then in all of our like gyms are like a people-facing business, so like if you don't like people, you don't have time in it. And I like it. The thing that I like is like taking, like, there's two sides, right? You either take someone that's never done a snatch before, and then you make them good at snatching. That's very rewarding. Or you take someone that's like medium lifter or like an average lifter, and they go to like a good lifter, and like that sort of like watching people progress, I think is the coolest thing to me. And like letting people stick with it.
Any amount of progression as well. Like you said, it can be doing your first snatch, or it can be someone who's been lifting for donkey's years and has hit a plateau and just can't get a PB, and you give them that extra kilogram, and just seeing that progress, like that extra kilogram means as much as someone's first 100 kilo snatch or someone's first snatch. Every little, like any positive step is just huge. Just celebrate it.
Yeah, 100%. And I don't really think there's any like weightlifting clubs that close to it, like in the area.
No, like, honestly, I've been looking for ages. There's none. There's loads in London. There's some really good ones in and around London. Most of them are south as well, or like right on the river, which is a ball ache to get in and out of. The only one outside of London that I'm aware of that's in like the kind of counties is Brunel. Apart from that, you've got to go up north to bloody Liverpool or Manchester, or down to like Plymouth, or like there's nowhere. It's still a very niche.
Yeah, it's always like quite a far drive. Like you're saying, it's either like somewhere in London or like the Midlands. Like there's not like somewhere sort of in between there yet.
So we've got an official BWL sponsor in CJC Gains.
Oh, sick.
Hopefully opening up a BWL affiliated barbell club.
I wasn't sure what to call it. In my
Gains Club, mate.
Exactly, I get drawn to that straight away. But I just thinking like, is that okay? Is that cool? Like, I don't know. Like, yeah, I mean, I wanted it to be called a Gains Club.
I think we need flags. We need like Gains Club flag.
Yeah.
I was chatting to Rithik yesterday, and he was saying he's going to start producing Goose Squad flags.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
Get one of those in the gym. Really cool.
Yeah, man. I'd love to hang up a bunch of like, whatever, different companies around.
Yeah, man.
That'd be cool.
Frame some singlets, sign them.
The new singlets actually look sick.
I'm excited for these.
Yeah, the gold ones.
I still got paid for that actually.
That's okay, no rush. They actually haven't replied to me yet. Okay. But like I've it's funny. I've got the first singlet, and I'm going to order the second one, and I've not even worn the first one for a competition yet.
Yeah, Tom's worn your singlet more than you have.
I know. So this new one, the black and gold one, hopefully kick me up the arse to do one.
Nice.
But yeah, man. I mean.
So ready. How is the elbow feeling?
The elbow, I reckon it's like 98% locked out.
Okay.
We're so close. So I actually went and saw Beatrice. I was telling you about that. I mean, like, I'm not surprised. Like, everyone telling me she was good, but she was actually good.
Yeah.
But like, it was like a no nonsense approach. Like I'd tell her, I think it's this, I think it's that, and everything that I was doing provisionally. It was not what I should have been doing.
Right.
Well, not I shouldn't have been doing, but it wasn't.
You weren't making it worse, but it wasn't the correct.
Directly affecting it. But yeah, and when she needled, so she needled like all around my arms and stuff. But usually when people needle me, they leave it in or they like, twinge it a tiny bit. Bro, she's like grabbing it and like trying to get something from the bottom of the barrel, like in and out, and it was so sore. Excuse me, but yeah, definitely getting better. I keep saying, next week I think I'll be back lifting. But she was like, why are you in a rush? You're not going to the Olympics or anything, so just relax. And I was like, you know what, like, fair one, I'll just squat.
Yeah, that is valid.
She gave me the green light for heavy pulls. Nice. So after I smash this 200 kilo safety squat bar, I'm going to try and go for a 250 dead.
Nice.
That's my goal.
I'll ride that train with you. I've only pulled 240, so.
Yeah, and I fell to 233 last week though. About 2 days ago.
What is your max?
235 I done.
Okay.
But you know what? The reason I just fucked around with deadlift last week was I changed my stance. Okay. So I always used to go really, really narrow with my feet.
Yeah.
And then every now and again I used to feel like my hips would be really bad. So what I've done is go wider stance.
Yeah.
And then it actually has helped me like sort of push my hips through and get a lockout. Like it's way more comfortable for me.
Okay.
Like, and it's taken me 30 years to figure that out. So you can always
you've been deadlifting since the day you were born.
Literally out of the womb.
Yeah. Barbell in hand.
Placenta, innit? That's pretty grim, sorry.
In fairness, that does make sense though, because if you think a huge part of your training, at least when pulling from the floor, is cleans and snatches, so why would you not mimic your stop position from those? Because that's where you'd be strong.
And I'd only ever gone narrow because I'd only seen everyone else do it. And because I'd deadlift maybe once a year. I'd never cared about the technique.
I'm with you. I'm exactly the same. I do my annual deadlift session to make sure I've still got 200 to 20.
And then maybe annual bench as well, something like that, innit? But yeah, then I saw a clip on Instagram and I was like, yeah, I just try around a bit. Yeah. And I did 225 like beltless, and it moved pretty easy. Yeah. And that was on Friday after I'd done like loads of coaching. I was like probably 10% energy levels. So that's why I think 250 is pretty realistic.
Nice. You know? I mean, you went and you deadlifted the car at Wild Training completely cold. So how much do you think that is? Half ton, easy.
What's that? 500 kilo?
Yeah.
Oh my god! You think we've got the world record dead? Cold.
Yeah, light work. Half the ball coming for you, mate.
Oh boy. Right, what's news with the CJC Gains crew? Astrid just competed.
She did.
Yeah, she's just went 6 for 6.
Yeah, she seems very happy with her split jerk a minute. That's been a bit of a booby for her recently, and she seems to be actually killing it. That's awesome.
Yeah, any 6 for 6 in a comp is great. So yeah, smashed it, mate. Well done.
So good. Love seeing her do well. What else? I guess it's quite a quiet time for a lot of the team because it's exam season.
And they are all teenagers, basically.
They're all students still. Yeah, Henry, Jasper, Will, they're all at uni in the trenches. So we're rooting for you boys. Hope you're surviving. They'll be finished in June for a opening session at the gym.
I reckon so. Yeah, all the exams should be done by then.
Yeah, definitely.
And then after they get like a gap year or a summer, and they get a real job, life is over.
And then
not really.
My time to shine.
Yeah, and then you've got your job, become a coach, and then you fly.
Oh. We can dream.
Because at what point would you feel comfortable essentially quitting your job? Because you're not going to be able to do enough coaching in the evening while you're training.
No, exactly.
To get the money.
Yeah.
Would you build up a bit of a nest egg and then right, next summer I'm out, and then I don't know, have 6 months of mortgage in the bank or something like that?
Yeah, so I don't want to go too much into details and stuff, but I think I'm getting a chunk of money in the next 6 months.
Oh yeah.
But I'm going to invest that.
OnlyFans, innit?
Yeah, I've been sending feet pics on the sly. If you want them, slide in the DMs. I'll sort you out. Very reasonably priced, tasteful. Yeah, so depending on how much that is, I'm going to invest that in some way that will give me some return. Ideal scenario, I can remortgage my flat and get a second property to rent out.
Oh, sick.
And if I got a second property, then I would basically then just got a job, coach, and then hopefully just be floating on that.
Yeah, being a landlord's long, mate.
I know it is. I'm not saying that's not work, but it's another income that would just free up my time. So
yeah, would you get a third party to manage it, or would you do it yourself?
If it was financially viable enough for me, I would manage it myself. Because if I then had all the time, I could then do it. If it was local as well, if it was miles away, I'd get someone else to. It's all very if, buts and maybes.
Options.
Yeah, I'm trying to... It hinges on how much and when, basically. And yeah, I'll see what the options are, but I'm hoping to sort of leverage a few things later this year or start next year. And we'll see.
So next year seems realistic then?
I hope so.
because these things take time, right? So
Oh yeah, exactly. Yeah.
you don't want to rush it, but as well you want to do it like as soon as possible. Probably.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean, my aim is by the time I'm 30. I'm 28 now, so.
Oh yeah, man, I fully back that.
Yeah.
You got that.
That's that is the plan. So yeah, we'll see. Watch this space. We'll look back on this in 2 years and we'll be laughing because we've actually blitzed it and we're both millionaire famous YouTuber coaches.
Yeah. A million subs, is it? You get like a gold plaque or something, right?
Yeah. So hurry up and like and subscribe, alright? Yeah, so it's all very up in the air at the minute, but that's my blue sky thinking. I like trying to be positive about that sort of stuff and actually having like a goal. I'm a firm believer in setting goals that are so big they're a bit scary, because then even if you miss them, then you've made progress.
I thought he was going to say if you shoot for the moon, you land on the stars or something gay like that, mate. Oh my god. Yeah. He actually has live, laugh, love spray painted on his wall as well as behind the camera.
You can't see it. It's
Because I remember, because when I was leaving the army, like, I was in the army 10 years, and as I was leaving, obviously it's scary. I've gone from like a wage to then going back to like being a coach. And like coaching does not like particularly pay that great, and there's not like an abundance of hours usually in gyms. But I never once was I like in doubt of myself. Like I was never like, oh, it's not going to work. I was just like, well, it has to work. Like literally, don't give yourself another choice, and then you just slowly build it up. And then like you're not an idiot. You know what you're doing, and like from your presence in the sport already, like it will just be like a no-brainer for people.
Everything is going to be absolutely fine, and if it isn't, then it's not finished yet. So just keep working.
Yeah, exactly.
Just fake it till you make it. Just keep bullshitting your way through everything until you make it.
And it's like you slowly figure out the things that you like to do, and like I've been maybe like self-employed for 4 years now, maybe, and like. Obviously, everyone knows it's like tough. You put hours in, like you work for yourself. It's like the classic. Oh, I've left a 9 to 5. I'll just work when I want, and you work 24/7 sort of thing. Yeah. But just now, I'd like getting better at giving myself days off.
Nice.
And as much as like I hate it sometimes, but actually playing the PlayStation is pretty good. Yeah. Like it's a switch off.
It is.
I put it on. I put a timer on my phone. I'm like, right, you get like 2 hours. Yeah. I don't know, maybe I'll get 3 hours if I ignore the timer.
Yeah. I guess for you. Like where my switch off is leaving the office, going to the gym, and that's my like fun time. Yeah. Because you live and work in the gym, for you to switch off and you something completely else entirely. So yeah, just monging out in front of PlayStation,
shooting aliens, with swords and stuff.
What are you playing?
You know what? I just downloaded. I'm laughing.
Talk to me.
I just downloaded Ratchet and Clank again.
Nice. Yeah, that's good.
I used to play that on my PSP.
Nice.
And man, I was like, oh, because I got the Game Pass, it's free, and I was like, oh fuck it, I'm playing this.
Nice. I used to love Ratchet and Clank. Oh, what else did I play? Like Abe's Odyssey.
Yeah,
that was good. That was good fun. Some weird little alien dude in like a meat factory.
I think everyone's probably played Sims on their laptop before.
Yeah, a bit of Sims. Yeah. I was more like a roller coaster tycoon kind of guy.
Yes. Oh, that Age of Empires. All that stuff. Oh my god. Oh.
Just flashback into my really nerdy childhood.
Yeah, because no one really thinks I'm a nerd, but
anyone who does it
hardcore.
Callum's a neek, mate. Callum's a fucking neek.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone gets anywhere within a sport like weightlifting or CrossFit without being like a little bit autistic.
Yeah. Yeah, because it's like all the finer details and you tune in.
Yeah,
and that's what keeps you coming back for more. Yeah.
Oh, this week I was way faster on my extension. Like if I come back next,
my 17th pull was great on this one. I just break it down a little bit more. Jesus.
Watch it frame by frame in slow mo and see where your body position's 2 degrees out. Yeah. So what else is coming up? We've got more happening. We've got a seminar next weekend.
Oh yeah, next Sunday at 3 Bros CrossFit. Still time to turn up. All those videos probably out afterwards. Maybe 2 days before.
Yeah. Yeah, so either sign up and come with us tomorrow, or you missed out, come to the next one.
Yeah.
It was great. But no, that's exciting because we've got, that's with Chris Speed, isn't it? And the Ronin guys.
Chris Speed from Ronin Strength and Dave Woodin, who's already a coach there.
Nice. Because
the owner of Free Bones CrossFit, Jack, I met him a long time ago at a CrossFit competition, and we've always sort of seen each other in the space. And I just think it's cool, like, it goes back to what we were saying, like, more people you can work with.
Yeah.
Right, like, that's like a connection that 3 years ago I would never have said we would be doing a seminar in this gym.
So cool.
And this one's probably a little deeper on the technique, I imagine, with Chris.
Yeah, Chris is very detail orientated. He's very good for that sort of thing. Also, he's got a very interesting, not particularly like mainstream training methodology. I like what he does. He's very like plyo and like multiple rep, complex, heavy. It's really, really cool. I've trained with Chris a couple of times at Fort in Edinburgh Castle.
Yeah.
Good gym, good space.
Because I remember you telling me like obviously cues are great and are useful and only get you so far.
Yeah.
Whereas I remember you telling me he's like good with like exercise selection.
Yes. Yeah.
This one is going to make you feel like this, and then it eventually is going to carry over to that.
Yeah. Chris is very good at things like he'll watch you lift. He'll pick a couple of things that he thinks you can improve on, and then give you a few like primers that will like translate over into lift really well. He just does some rogue lifts himself. Although I'm gonna lose my shit if he starts misloading his weights. Like he does it quite a lot. I'm sure it's rage bait for the gram. But
misloading like has a 25 and then a 10 and a 15.
Yeah. It kills me. Like I'm twitching thinking about it.
He's trying to get you, mate.
Yeah, it's rage bait. It's rage bait. He is funny though. Funny man.
But yeah, because you know what? Hopefully I can front rack by then. Because maybe I can lift as well.
Yeah.
Because you're going to come, right?
I'm going to come down. Yeah.
Do you reckon we will travel together? Or?
Might as well.
Yeah.
We'll get in the van. We'll do a little...
yes, the van is back.
Yes, the van is back. In other news, the van is back. The gearbox is fixed.
Oh, it's fixed, but it doesn't give me like 100% certainty that like it's actually fixed.
You've lost faith in it.
Yeah, it's a little bit clunky. They give us a year warranty on the gearbox, and like in my head, like they wouldn't give it back to me if they're like, oh, we know it's going to break again.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? But like, there's been a couple of times since I've been driving it the last few days where like it revs really high and doesn't change gear, or like it's like clunky, and I'm like, and then all I think is like it's going to break down. It's
oh
gonna
shit!
Fuck me
This
again.
is it.
Yeah, literally. Because I went from Andrew's mum's smart car back to the van, it feels like I'm driving a tank.
Yeah.
Mate, it's so, and like, steering's massive, and like, honestly, it's so nice.
I'm not going to lie, I'm going to miss watching you drive around in a smart car. I might sabotage the van just to get smart car Callum back.
The two little dogs in the boot looking out the back.
Neek.
Yeah, I know.
No, that's awesome. Very exciting.
The dogs are happy to be back in the front with me now, though.
I can imagine.
And now everyone's, oh, the van's back, so they see it.
It is. It's a staple of the CJC Gains company.
It's part of my identity now.
It is.
You know,
all the branding on the side, I love it.
Yeah.
You'll see it going past. I think we need to start like everyone who's in the Games Club can like sign the van or some shit. Like.
Well, talking of signatures, we're probably going to do like, you know, you see the cute founding members board,
yeah,
like a CrossFit, everyone signs it,
nice.
or something that's similar to that, maybe like an open day thing.
Nice.
But it's going to be good. Hopefully you can make the open day, because we'll just do, maybe that'll be the day you can do the WOD.
Oh.
because we're going to do a WOD and barbecue afterwards.
Nice.
Like it's on a big farm, but the views there are so fucking good, mate. It's ridiculous.
Get a pizza oven.
Pizza oven, yeah.
You are the maestro.
Yeah, well, actually, that's not a bad shout. But that means I have to work. Actually, I'm going to work on a barbecue anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe we do. We got like a coffee little van as well. We're going to make it like an event thing, hire it out.
Yeah.
And then maybe we'll probably book the paddle court up so people can play like in between WODs or whatever, like
nice.
stay.
Very cool.
Because provisionally, it's probably going to be the Father's Day weekend.
Okay.
Like Saturday and Sunday, maybe open on the 16th, but we'll see. If
16th
everything goes to plan,
June.
it's going to be the 16th of June, yeah.
You heard it here first.
I'm probably going to get in trouble from Andrew and Ben saying that out loud, but...
That's right, we're getting it out. Well, 16th of June is a Monday.
Yeah, that's a day one it opens.
Oh, okay.
14th and 15th is...
Oh, cool. Yeah, do 14th, 15th, because I'm at Stag Do 20th.
Yeah, nice. Thanks for listening to us make plans. Because what we're doing as well with BWL, we've not done a BWL vendor yet at like a competition, but they've got their first adaptive competition, and I think afterwards they have like a unadaptive or normal. Is that the right thing to say?
I don't know.
Normal, a regular. They've got adaptive competition and then a weightlifting competition.
Nice.
So that's in Oldbury Academy. I think that's like somewhere in Birmingham somewhere.
Okay, yeah.
But we're going there just obviously to show support, and because we don't really have much stock, but we can give tape and as part of the sponsorship, deal, we get like free spots and stuff. So it's just try to keep the relationships good and healthy with them. I think it
cool.
It would like not look good if I didn't go to any event.
Yeah, of course. Right. Also, I think the adaptive one's quite a cool one to go to because that's a first, and it kind of there's a whole new group of people who haven't been exposed to brands at all. And I actually might know someone going.
Yeah.
I'm friends with a girl called Miranda who does the powerlifting, but she's also done lots of ollie lifting with my friend Matt Lindsay, who taught me during like COVID.
Oh, nice. Maybe I'll look out for her.
Yeah, I'll reach out and I'll ask if she's going. In fact, she's thinking English, don't worry.
Nice. Are you going to go knock on her door?
Might do, yeah.
Because I'd be interested to see like what level of like adaptive it is.
Yeah.
Because like obviously in my head you've got snatch and clean and jerk.
Yeah.
So if you don't have an arm, how would you snatch?
Well, you say that. There's loads of people in like the adaptive CrossFit who do, don't they?
Yeah, but
that's really cool.
They have like I've seen cleans because they would like almost wear like a sling.
Yeah, if they're like elbow down at BC, they can put like a sling over it. But I've seen a guy who was like elbow down at BC who snatched with it and caught it like on the elbow. It was really cool.
Really?
It was so cool.
And I've seen I've seen a few clips on Instagram where people do like a single arm clean and jerk.
Yes,
as well. Yeah. But that would be what I'd be most like interested to see, like what and like how would they categorise that?
Yeah.
That's a hard one to do, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like almost like a minefield of like how do you make that fair?
So like my friend Miranda, she's got dwarfism, so she's of like short stature.
Okay.
So, but then obviously in the powerlifting, she'll compete against other girls who are like paraplegic, so like no feeding from the waist down. But then obviously there's such a difference in like lever length and stuff. I don't see how that's fair. It's a really interesting sort of thing to consider, like the categories. Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
it's tough.
That's their problem. That's their problem. Like BWL.
We're just gonna go sell some cool shirts for the vibes.
Yeah, I'm excited for that.
That's really cool.
Keep the sponsorship good, and then because they've got to do. I don't know if it's. I think it's British Champs. Probably a bit of Fit Fest again.
Yeah.
They got a email signed by CEO BWL to invite me. He probably sent that to loads of people.
Still, that's cool, man.
Yeah,
that's really cool. Print that out and frame it.
But yeah, we'll get on that. Go see them because I do also feel a little bit bad for like the lighter weight classes because no one really gets there super early. Like no one gets there at 9 AM.
Mate,
like,
try being a super. No one's there at like 5 o'clock on a Sunday.
Yeah. I mean, I was there.
You were there. I appreciate you.
But yeah, it's tough, isn't it? The earlies are really late.
Yeah.
Like if you're there for the bulk of the day, but there was like a pretty good crowd there. Like I remember watching you.
Yeah, it was good fun. It was a really good event, to be fair. Really, really well done.
Yeah, that's actually just. Is that the one that Benedict got injured at?
That was English.
That was English.
Yeah.
Sad. His rehab journey looks like it's going well, though.
Mate, exciting.
Because you saw him, right?
I saw him yesterday. I can say this. He's been told by physio he is officially allowed to go back to full lifts as of today. Actually.
Oh, sick.
Yeah. So I think he's currently on a flight to Turkey for a training camp.
Oh, nice! Yeah. Straight in.
Yeah, straight in. So he's there's a few people from like MEMS and lower like the London crew all going out, and they're training with like all these like old Bulgarian coaches. I think one of the guy running it, I can't remember his name, is like a former Bulgarian Olympian. He's like a 60 kilo lifter, like tiny bloke.
Bulgarian method. They max out every session.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, if you suck a clean and jerk, just do it more. Just do more clean and jerk and get better at it.
Where did you say they're going?
Turkey. Yeah.
Nice. It's always those sort of like countries down there. Because is Malta near Turkey? I feel like actually is my geography way off.
My geography is really bad.
I know Turkey is near Cyprus.
Turkey is near Cyprus. I'm not even going to venture a guess as to where Malta is. No. I will get it wrong. But they had the European Small Nations Cup in Malta. That was really cool.
They also just had the Island Games, the first ever CrossFit Con there. We were were we the tape sponsor? I think we were the tape sponsor, or we sponsored the podiums and we give them stuff because we were originally planning on going out there. But mate, with like all of the shipping and then the plane tickets, the hotels, because like I wouldn't want to go there without a gazebo or like some sort of like.
If you're going to go to a big event like that, you're going to put on a good stall.
Yeah, and like it just wasn't financially viable.
Yeah,
like we would have had to sell like way more than t-shirts that we normally do.
Yeah.
I think every person would have to buy 2 t-shirts that went which
Fair.
is like unlikely.
Yes.
And we don't do international shipping, so it's not like obviously that comp is just like Brits abroad.
Yeah.
Anyway, but it's not like all the Maltese people are gonna then start buying the clothes and then pay like £25 for shipping. Like the t-shirts £32. Like that probably wouldn't happen. But next time, when I am international,
Mr. Worldwide,
we'll be hitting in. We've sold a couple of tops to America, but they're like through sort of mates, or there was these girls they call themselves Gucci Gang.
Okay.
And they do like competitions. We met them at Wadapalooza, and they actually got a t-shirt that says Gucci Gang on it and all like personalised.
That's cool. I like that.
But the shipping for that was like £30.
Fuck.
I think, yeah. And I think they end up with like 6 t-shirts.
Fair.
But obviously, there's probably cheaper ways. But then I'm also just thinking like the only other cheaper way is like if you have a warehouse there.
Yeah.
Maybe, and like the clothes and manufacture somewhere else,
or if you sold it through Amazon.
maybe Amazon, because like no matter what you do, there's a plane that takes your cargo to here and then to somewhere else.
Yeah.
So just because of that chain, it's going to be expensive.
Yeah.
Like, so maybe we just smash up the UK market
And America, and then all the tariffs and stuff, politics.
Don't want to run before I can
Let's
walk.
not. No, that's very exciting. Very, very cool.
Yeah, no, summer turf is middle of June. That's cool. We've got 3 colours. That's at the Grasshoppers. I think we spoke about it last time. Probably. I want to bring that up again.
What colour did you decide on in the end?
We went purple, dark blue, and the charcoal-y sort of dark grey.
Nice.
Yeah,
Excellent.
And we're doing the contrasting colours still. What did we do? I think we did dark blue with orange, purple with pink. Well, that's not contrasting. But it looks sick for the ladies. And the charcoal's white.
That's not for the ladies. I want purple and pink. That sounds dope. That sounds cool, man.
It does actually look pretty good. And then bang.
Huge.
And then Rogue, bang. That's the other big vendor we always talk about.
So exciting. Very, very cool. I think that's pretty done, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think we should wrap it up.
Awesome. Well, yeah. Thank you all for watching. Appreciate you as always. Big money moves from everyone at the Gains Club. Very, very exciting future. And yeah, we'll see you next time.
Yeah, cheers guys.